Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today is lecture 9. The topic of today's lecture is modeling with classes. This is the agenda of our today lecture: analyzing and validating associations, association classes, reflexive associations, object diagrams. First we will study analyzing and validating associations. It's very common to make error when creating associations. It's particularly easy to get multiplicity wrong. Therefore, you should get into the habit of reading every association in both directions, that is from left to right and right to left, to verify that it makes sense. Most importantly, you should ask yourself whether a less restrictive multiplicity could also make sense in some circumstances. By less restrictive, we mean using many are optional instead of using one or some other specific number. In general, you should err on the side of being less restrictive so as to increase the flexibility of the system. For example, restricting the number of people who supervise an employee to one would make it hard to introduce the matrix management system in which a person can have multiple supervisors. On the other hand, using many is opposed to one, when it is not justified, will increase the system complexity and reduce its flexibility. The following point discuss three of the most common type of multiplicity. One to many. A company has many employees, but an employee can work only for one company. You might argue that this is incorrect, since somebody might moonlight working for several companies. However, company policy might explicitly disallow moonlighting in companies managed by our system. Finally, it's not possible to be an employee unless you work for a company. The multiplicity on company end is correctly shown to be exactly 1, not optional. Many to many. An administrative assistant can work for many managers, and a manager can have many administrative assistants. Of course, a one-to-one relationship would be typical between any particular administrative assistant and manager, but in general there are assistants who work for a group of managers and managers who are so senior that they have a group of assistants. It also the case of some manager might have 0 assistants. An interesting question arises when you consider whether it is possible for an assistant to have perhaps temporarily 0 manager. We have decided in figure 1 and 2, we already discussed, not to allow this and require the system to ensure that at all the time at least one manager supervises each administrative assistant. 1 to 1. For each company there is exactly one board of directors. Also, a board of directors has a board of only one company. A company must always have a board, and a board must have always been of some company. What happens if the board members all resign? We would still have that the board exists, but temporarily its value is 0. The most common multiplicity pattern is one to many. The next most common is many to many. Together these two patterns account for the vast majority of associations. One-to-one association is less common. When you see such associations, you should ask yourself if in fact one or both ends should be changed to optional or many. The implication of one-to-one association is that whenever you create an instance of one of the class, you must simultaneously create an instance of the another class. And when you delete one, you must delete the other. If there is a true one, then one associations, you might also consider whether it is aggregations. Association classes. In some circumstances, an attribute that concerns two associative classes cannot be placed in either of the classes. For example, imagine the association shown in the figure 3, in which a student can register in any number of course sections. In a course section can have any number of students. In which class should the student grade be put? as we can see from here. Many students have many courses registered. So in which class we should put the grade? The grade attribute cannot be put in either of the classes. If you put the grade in the student class, in attribute that concern, if you put the grade in the student class, then a student could have only one grade, not one per course sections. If you put the grade in the course section class, then the course section could have only one grade, not one per student. The grade is therefore not a property of either class. The solution to this problem is to create association class to hold the grade. As shown in the left half of the figure 4, association class is connected to association by a dashed line. We can here we have association class called registration, and we can put the grade property here to association class. In this example, the new class is called registration. In general, an association class should be named using the noun that reflect the meaning of the association. The association name is no longer needed. Aside from being attached to an association class is no different from any other class. In particular, it can have subclasses and other associations connected to it. If any time you see a many-to-many association, you should consider whether association class is needed. The diagram in the left half of the figure 4 can be transformed into the diagram on the right half of the figure, in which we have one-to-many association. We transform this many-to-many association into one-to-many association. Any pair of classes linked by a many-to-many association with association class can be transformed in this manner. Pay special attention to the position of many multiplicity before and after the transformations. Reflexive associations. It's possible for association to connect to itself. Two examples are shown in the figure 5. A course can require other prerequisites to be taken first. If two courses cover nearly the same material, taking one of them will preclude a student from taking the other, and vice versa. Such courses are said to be mutually exclusive. The first association is asymmetric, since the role of classes at each end are clearly different. The second one, on the other hand, is symmetric. Link is an instance of associations. In the same way that we say an object is an instance of class, we say that link is an instance of associations. Each link connects two objects. An instance of each of the two classes involved in each association. For example, there will be one link of the passenger to booking association for every booking. Directionality and association. Associations are by default bidirectional. That is, if a driver object is linked to a car object, then the car is also implicitly linked to that driver. If you know the car, you can find out its driver, or if you know the driver, you can find out the car. It's possible to limit the directionality of associations linked by adding an arrow to one end. For example, figure below show two classes that might exist in the calendar application. The user of this application can associate any number of written notes with any day. An instance of class day would need to know about the instance of note associated with it, but it is expected that if you have a note, there will be any need to determine the day to which it belongs. Decision about directionality should normally be deferred to later phases of the development when the detailed design is created, but might also limit the flexibility of the system. Object diagrams. Class diagrams tell us what classes will exist in a given system, but they are quite abstract. Sometimes it can be hard to visualize the relationship among the objects that will exist at runtime. An object diagram shows an example of configuration of object and link that may exist at a particular point during the execution of the program. Objects are shown as a rectangle just like classes. The difference is that the name of the class is underlined and preceded by column. For example, imply, colon imply. For example, you can also give a name to each instance before the column. Let's like pet colon imply, and even omit the class name entirely if it's clear from the context, such as pet colon. It's important to understand the relationship between a class diagram and object diagram. A class is an abstract representation of all the instances of that class that can ever exist. Similarly, association represents all the links between two classes that can ever exist. It should be clear from this that while we put multiplicity symbol on association, we never put them on links. We say that a given object diagram is generated from the class diagram. This means that it contains instances and link of the class association present in the class diagram. Association versus generalization in the context of object diagram. It's common mistake for the beginner to think that generalization is a special association. This misconception arises because both generalization and association connect the classes together in the class diagram. However, the difference between two concepts are profound. An association describes the relationship that will exist between the instance at runtime. A generalization describes the relationship between class and class diagram. An object diagram can never contain a generalization and can only contain a generalized by associations, not association themselves. When you show an object diagram generated by associations, you show instances of both classes joined by the association. On the other hand, when you show an object diagram generated by an inheritance hierarchy, you show a single instance of one of its concrete class. That a single instance will contain value of the attributes defined in its class, as well as those attributes inheritance from superclass. In other words, an instance of any class should be considered to be instance of each that class superclass. Thank you. That's enough for today.